Ah, there you are. Yes, another review, huh? But of what this time, eh? I'll tell you. Yes, I'll tell you. No, but even better, I'll show you. Yes, the PlayStation 4. Let's see. Rocky, what do you think of this? What do you think of the PlayStation 4? You like it? You like it? Nah, he just thinks it's a treat. No treats for you. Just kidding. Alright, it's time to do a review, you guys. Well, this time I will perfect it. Yes. Well, let us get started. Well, I already did the Xbox One controller review, and that turned out to be a pretty great review. I mean, so never seen me this way, huh? You always see me with hats. Yesterday you saw me with two hats, the Rockaway hat and I think the Puma hat, which is my most iconic one. But not my most iconic one. My most iconic one was my red Adidas hat. But that's beside the point. Let's get on to the review. Sorry, I don't have an intro. But what do I think about the PS4 controller? I think it's a much better controller than of the DualShock 3. It's a much more improved controller. I mean, it's much bigger. It fits nicely in the hand, and I think the triggers were improved too. I have the white one here, which you didn't see. I think the thumbsticks are much more improved. It's a great controller overall. I mean the great benefit of this controller is that I can actually charge it, whereas the Xbox controller here, let me get it, is it still runs on batteries like it was in 2005, 2006, and 7 on the Xbox 360, which I wish they would improve. I mean, you could buy it, but you have to buy the proprietary Xbox charging kit. But for this, you could just use any Android charger. And what other great benefit of this controller is that it's has a share button right here, so you could just broadcast your videos towards YouTube with just this simple share button.
Like I do.
Yep, this is my great friend, the Wolf. You should check out his channel, and he's a very great content creator, just like I am.
And this guy has better content than me. My first videos, I was called the Donkey Boy, and then that changed, and now I am the one and only
Wolf, huh?
Join the vicious pack.
Alright. Well, to give some more balance to the review, I shall present some negative stuff. Well, I as much as there is positive things to say, one downside to this controller is that, I don't really like this light thing here. I know you could turn it off. You're probably gonna say you just turn it off, but it's just I don't like it. I hate it. But it's just not the freaking Xbox one, which just looks you in the eye. But I just think those lights are just, I don't know. But I think they're like worthless. I don't think they should be there. But I guess, Sony. One other downside is, I have a major problem with the thumbsticks sometimes. Sometimes, they could break, and they really get clunky old. And the touchpad gets really hard, and I had to buy a second controller because the other one started to break apart. These touchpads they could break really easily, and they become real stiff. I also don't really have really great things to say about the touchpad. I know, I give I clap and tip my hat to Sony for trying to do something innovative, but I just think that the touchpad, it's gimmicky, and I know some developers try and use it in their games, but the only real time I think they used it, the only real game I remember that they used it in their game was infamous Second Son, which you could paste print the graffiti and stuff, all that stuff, and heal yourself with the touchpad. But other than that, developers don't really use the touchpad because they think it's, well, useless. It's not something that you could just use in their games. And what will they use it for? Usually sometimes they use it for maybe little puzzles or something like that in the games. And then it's just that something we don't use that much. And other than that, this controller is pretty well done. And I think it's much better than the older controllers. And it's more of how the Microsoft does their controllers, because they're big, and well, no, they're not that big. It's a pretty decent size, and it's a massive improvement. So this was a review of the PlayStation 4 controller. It's the nerd, the man-child, signing off.